What's up, peeps? So with this video, what we're going to go over is using Zotero, so how to download it. Um, then we're going to go over how to use it effectively, how to create bibliographies, and ultimately how to make your life so much easier with this. So I don't know about you guys, if you guys use any kind of citation manager of any sort. However, this is the one that they'll talk about, the professors will talk about in research classes, whatever. So I'm just gonna give like kind of the student perspective on using it, and this has helped me out so much. Just going from using freaking citation machine all throughout my undergrad to using this was a huge step in like making my life a whole heck of a lot easier. So I hope you guys get a lot out of this. But anyways, let's get right on to it. So Zotero is is a citation manager. So it looks kind of like this. Let me drag it over. So it looks like this. What you're going to have is, for me, I have all kinds of different stuff I've worked on so far in all my classes. I have all my references already plugged in here, like all the stuff, so I can just click on it if I want to go look at this article about dementia. I can click on it and it'll bring me back to the article that was at. So no more having 20 million tabs open. I always hate, like, that's one huge thing that I hated about doing research, is just having 20 million tabs open and accidentally closing out and losing it forever. So no more of that with this. So let's go ahead and get right down to it and how you can download it. So what you're going to do is you're going to open yourself up a tab. Oh yeah, I'm Naruto fan, so anyone out there loves Naruto. I am a huge geek about that. So let's see here. Let's go ahead, and what you want to do is Google Zotero. Click on the link. It'll tell you to download it. You do all the things to download it. Two things to download. You're going to want to download this thing. It'll prompt you. Yep, you'll want to download, whether you're on Mac or PC. You want to get that Google Chrome connector, so you'll be able to use that whenever, I'll show you later, you'll be able to use that to get your articles. So download both, whatever platform you're on, and once you get that downloaded and get all that squared away, normal download stuff, accept all the things, you'll end up on the screen of Zotero. It won't look like mine. It'll look like, it'll have some text saying here like quick start guide, some sort of text saying sign in. So what you'll do there is you'll go either click the sign in. There would be a sign in thing saying to sign in, whatever. You're going to go here to, I believe, let's see, could be preferences. Yep, preferences. So preferences here. You're not going to have an account, so I have my account here. You're going to make your own account. This way you can access your things through your, let's say, your iPad or whatever other computer. So right now I'm on my PC. I can access all my stuff through my laptop. No problems there. You know, all these boxes should already be set up for you, so it syncs everything good. So after that, you'll be able to utilize this. So let's make another folder for us. So tutorial. How do you spell tutorial? There we go. I can spell. All right. So from here, I have this new folder. I like to keep everything organized just so it's not a big conglomerate of stuff. So once you have this, keep this open. I'm going to bring it off to the side on my second monitor. But what you can do from there is, yeah, once you have all that, you're already good with the intro part to Zotero. Now how to use it with that, going back to that Chrome connector I was talking about. So let's go ahead and I'll bring another tab open over here. So with using it, you just find a research article you like. So let's go to Google Scholar. Let's see here. Yeah, we can use Google Scholar. Use Google Scholar. Sure, this one looks like an article I already looked up. So boom. So let's say I wanted this article here. So once you get that Chrome connector, you should be able to go to here. I already have mine right here, but you should be able to push this one and pin it to your top bar. So you can then snapshot it. So snapshotting, what that does is, oh, let me bring my Zotero back on the screen. You'll have to have the app open. So if it gives you some kind of error message saying like, please open the app, just open the app. It should be fine. So if I want, let's say, this article, what I can do here is I can press this button. You installed, yay, I already did that. Cool. Got it. Nope, here we go. Alright, so it should look like a page icon right there. It looks like, so it has a little, this text right here. Most of the time if it has the PDF, it'll include it in here. So whenever you go back here, it'll be right there for me. Once you have here, it'll take you back to the website. So you'll see here, it'll open it up. It looks like garbage there, but it'll open it up as long as you have the as long as you have the PDF, or it'll take you back to the website. For mine, I have mine booked towards Microsoft Edge, but it'll take you back to wherever you were, and you'll be able to access it. So if you go and get other articles, you can click on them, go back and read through them. Good way to organize your stuff, for one, in a confined area. And you also see to the right here, you'll see all the information, the authors, the titles, the journal, like volume, everything you use to cite it. This is where it becomes like absolutely amazing for you whenever you do any kind of research. So let's go ahead. So you use that I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to use this, because there's some I found out when using it, it's kind of weird and iffy sometimes whenever you use it, and whenever, especially if you're on the PDF version of it. If you're on that PDF, it'll mess up you. So you got to make sure you're on the pre-article, I guess, so to speak, web page, where you can see where the software can read like the names of everyone and the volume numbers, the DOI, all that fun stuff. So there's that with that. A lot of times also, to make it a lot easier for you, you don't even have to use this if you don't want to. Another option is you can do this cite. Most of these articles, or like the books that we use in Access Physiotherapy, I'll show you in a little bit. You can cite, you can just download export citation, the IRS. You just do that. But you can always automatically, yeah, okay. Just press OK there. So it should automatically put that into Zotero as well. So, alright, this was from before. This is the new one. It should be the exact same, which is the exact same. It just depends on what you want to use. I guess they may have changed English. Okay, that's the only thing they added between the two, which is absolutely nothing. So, you can either do that if you're like fishy about how to get the article the right way you need it. Other than that, it's pretty well self-explanatory. You either press that, or you go to the website site and download the citation itself, and it'll keep it all there for you. If you want to get the PDF in here, you can either, most of the time I just snapshot it to make it easier, but you can also look up in your files and look at the PDF and drag it into here. That's a very complicated way of doing it, when the easiest way is just do this and get the PDF itself. Let me see and make sure I covered all that. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and show you how to quote or how to cite the books. So I already have mine. Let's see here. Access Physiotherapy. There we go. Sign in. Boom, bam. So, let's see here. Oh yeah, by the way, if this doesn't log in for you guys, whenever you get it, the login for this, which I'm sure you guys will probably have that probably by the first day. This is basically the software that we use for all our books. So you get access to pretty much all the books that you'll need for PT school. If you're an online kind of person, this is where it'll be. Make sure whenever you're at school, if you don't use the book for a while, like some people, like me, pretty much don't really use the book all too much. Make sure you at least sign in like once or twice, like every 90 days, I think is what it is, at the school. Because if not, it does this weird thing where you can't sign in because you're supposed to be on campus or something. I don't know. It's weird. Just make sure you, when you're at the school, sign into it real quick, so you always have like sign in things, like the ability to sign in off of campus. So we'll say it again, and like the intro, and professors will say it because we always forget, and everyone's like, "Oh, I can't log in." That's probably why. But anyways, sorry about getting off topic. I just find random things and that I find helpful and problematic. So, anyways, let's see here. So this is where you're gonna find most of your books at, is F.A. Davis PT collection. So let's go to the book that I've actually used probably quite a bit. Lifespan Neuro. Wait for it to open up. And with this one, I don't really like using the snapshot because I don't feel like it gives me it doesn't really give me the information that I need to actually cite it. So let's see, I use this quite a bit. Yeah, the biggest problem is this website takes a year and a half to load. Okay, so you'll see here you get citation for it. So you just click citation, and again you have the RARS file here. You can just press on that. It'll download it for you, and you will see that it goes, yep, import it. You want to put it in there? Hello? Hey, look at there. We got it. So, don't know why I made its own file, but what you can do is you can just take this, drag it, put it wherever you want it. And it should have added it. Yep, right there for you. So then you can just go ahead and delete this. Don't delete collection item, just delete that one. Anyways, you get the citation. You get the citations. A lot of times, like for like the books, like here, especially on Access Physiotherapy, if you need to cite them, the best thing to do is just click this. Don't click the thing up top here because I don't feel like it's going to give you the information you need. I've tried it a couple of times. It doesn't really work too well. So other than that, like you can pretty much use this if you're like Googling, like in Google Scholar or wherever, and you can get the articles that you need. Anyways, check and make sure. Okay. So now that you guys know how to access it, I'm putting timestamps for everything because I don't want you guys watching this long video and being like, I don't really like want to watch a 10-15 minute video over some research thing. Doesn't seem quite the most entertaining, but it will be helpful to you guys. So now how to use it in a Zotero, like use this in your Word documents or whatever you're making research paper. So let's go ahead and let's go on to that. So I just made us a document. So sorry, I'm a boomer sooner. So all the way, go OU. So I got to put this in there. Sorry, not sorry. But what you're going to do here is you have, with that add-on for the Zotero, you also have an add-on to your Word documents and also your Google documents. You'll see a little Z right there, and that'll help you put in all your resources from here, and it'll make your life a whole heck of a lot easier. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to pull up Zotero. There's two different ways I like to use my citations. So of course you have your in-text citations that you guys know about, and then you have your bibliography and the references part that goes all the way down the other page. You know the deal. You've written a research paper. So what you're going to do here is you can do it. This is the, I guess, harder way. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and just for sake of example, let's delete this. Okay, so say for example, I just put this random article in here. So what you're going to do here, let's say you want to do in-text citation. So for APA, this is where the magic's at. So you can do right click here. I have all the information that I need in this one part here. I can just do create bibliography from item. I can click whatever one I want. So some professors like using AMA or APA, just depends on the person. But you can change it here. So we have our output, so we can do an in-text citation, or we can do the actual reference page, the bibliography. We can copy, we want to copy it to clipboard. So for this case, we're doing the in-text citation. So we just says, okay, should be in our thing. So then we just do our copy and paste. And it's right there for us. It doesn't look like that article had a date on it. I would go back and check and make sure. But anyways, there's that. And then you can just go and quote whatever else. So if I want to do this one here, I would just go ahead and create bibliography from item. I would do citation, boom. And now just boom, you have all your stuff right there. So now you don't have to go and look through like how to do an APA or how to do it. Well, you have to have a good general idea on how to do it, just in case like something like this pops up, or I'll show you examples later on, the tips and tricks timestamp if you're just know all this stuff. I'll just give you my tips and tricks on how to use it and make sure you're not, because there is a little bit of like weird things with Zotero, but once you get past those weird things, you're good. So I'll have that in that timestamp below. So we have all that. Let's go ahead. We'll do a page break. So let's just go. Actually, I'll just show it on one. So realign. Let's do references just for craps and giggles. So there's your references. And so let's say I wanted to create a bibliography from these items. And this is the harder way, or the way I've initially learned how to do it. Which is still fast, but I'll show you even better way using this thing in a second. So what you can do here is you can just control click. So I'm holding control and then I'm clicking, or whatever it is on Mac. I don't know. It's the command button, whatever it is. And I just clicked on these two. So now I have all this. You can just go through. If you have more of them, you can just click all. Like if I had like this one, I can go through and just control click all of these. And then I'll have them, and I can just do that. I can do one big one, and it'll organize it all for me. So in our case, with our example, I'll just do this. So I go back and create bibliography from item. So this time I'm going to select bibliography. Gosh, that word. Copy to clipboard just like that. And it should do all the everything for me. So just Control V. Boom. All my references, just like that. No more citation machine. Down with the old. So with this, it just took me what would have taken me probably, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to do, took me 10 seconds to do. So with that being said, it's very, very useful tool, and it changed the way I did research. So let's go ahead and let's do the even easier method. And this is more for like the AMA. So I know Dr. T loves to do AMA. So I'll show you guys how to do AMA better, because it gets because we have to use superscripts and everything with that. And this is where this thing helps out a lot. So do whatever method like floats your boat, but this one really works well for if you're doing a case report or something for Dr. T. She likes to use AMA, so this will help out significantly. Anyways, let me just go ahead and show you. So I'm gonna go ahead. It's just prompting me to sign into my stuff. Yada, 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 go through that. It's going to update my document. It's going to bring up this little red icon. That's not wanting to transfer to my other monitor. There we go. Boom. Maybe. Funky things. There we go. So with this, I can add my references. So I can do in-text, or I can do my bibliography from here. So let's say, what was the name of those articles I got? There's a HIP outcome score. Okay. Let's go ahead and click back onto that. You may have to find this, by the way. It does this weird thing where it updates the document, and then it brings us a little red search bar thing like underneath all your screens, and you're like, why is it just infinitely loading? That's why. So you have to go find this thing, and it's under your Zotero right there. So let's look up our HIP outcome. Boom, there it is. So we have that, and I can go on and search for more stuff. Like if I wanted to look up, let's say that biliary one I was looking at. If I was quoting multiple things, I can do that. So I can just press enter here. And so it'll put that. You just want to make sure it's right where you want it. So let me go ahead and rewind that back. So let's say if I wanted to in-text cite Boo Cowboys. Boo. So we're going to do HIP outcome. Let's say I found the article. Boom. Find out the other one. Boom. I just press enter. Keeps it all organized right there. So it has 1, 2, so just like AMA, like that. And then I go down to here, so sooner. Let's go ahead and say, what's another article I have in here? Let's look, let's just do this. I'll just type in G. What do I have for G? Oh, cool. That one. Let's do that one. So we're then going to go ahead and press enter. I have my third one. So from here, now what I can do is I can, hold up, that's where I get funky. So from here, I can make my, let me go back from this. Sorry guys, fiddling around with this. Let's exit out of this real quick. Okay, so with this one, you go actually here. My bad. So go to here, and then you can add your citation. This is like the way you can add bibliography. Trying to figure out what the rest of this stuff is. Unlinked citations. I don't really use much of any of this. Really, the only thing I use it for is just add, edit bibliography. But you will see here, you just click one button, it adds all your stuff here into AMA. Now, the better part, why this is good for AMA is because whenever you go and, like, let's say, for instance, like, professor goes and tweaks something and wants to put this up here or something. This should automatically update for you whenever you, let's say, for instance, like, they want you to put this thing up there. This will automatically update for you. All I gotta do is press, don't press that. I always want to do that. Don't press that one. Don't press that one. So you want to go ahead and press that Zotero, refresh, and it should automatically, it should automatically bring this article up to there. So now it's not just 3, 1, 2, it's now 1, 2, 3, and this article that was at 3, this article that was at 3 is now at 1. So it makes your life a whole heck of a lot easier, so you don't have to go find the article and then make sure it corresponds to the number. You can just click one button, it does everything for you. So this helps out a lot with AMA. Feel free, if you want to, do it the other way, the first way that I did it, where you just control click all your articles and put it in. That's fine too. This one will just make it to where everything's aligned in the way you referenced it. So anyways, Zotero is just an amazing way that you can make your life a heck of a lot easier when doing research and make it not so painstaking. Let me make sure that I hit everything I want to talk about there in that timestamp. Okay. I think I hit everything there. Let me go ahead and let's talk about tips and tricks on using Zotero. So, the first one I want to say is double check and make sure, there's that original, I should save that article because that was a good example. Let's go back Google Scholar. Let's go back here. Somewhere, boom. Let's see, view PDF, I can't do that. I gotta find one with a PDF. Let's do ACL. We love ACL. Does that have a PDF? Yeah, it does have a PDF. Okay. So make sure that whenever you're doing the snapshot, that you're not doing it on the actual PDF itself. You lied to me. You didn't have the PDF. Oh yeah, you do. You didn't lie to me. So wait for it to pull up the PDF. So you'll see with PDFs, whenever I try to snapshot it, it probably, let me see, maybe it actually worked this one time. Nope, it did not. So it didn't pull up any of the author or anything from the PDF file. So it pulled up the article name. It pulled up the article name, but it didn't pull up any of the author information, the publishing date. So with that being said, make sure whenever you're doing the snapshot thing, you're doing it on the page before the PDF or whatever it is. So with this, we'll see when we do it here, it'll include the PDF with it. So if you ever need to access the PDF, it'll be there. But you'll see here, this is the new one right here. This one has all the information you'll need with it. So make sure whenever you're doing it, whenever you're on the PDF, click this because it won't work and you'll have to go redo it and find it. And yeah. Still fast, but just kind of annoying. One of those little things that I've learned when doing this and using this. Another tip is whenever, like, a lot of articles like to do this kind of thing where they do the capitalization of each, like, non-pronoun, whatever, non-significant word. you got to make sure that you can go back in here, and you can also edit all this stuff. Make sure you go back and take out all those things that aren't proper nouns, because this will show up in your bibliography, and technically you're not supposed to do that in like APA or AMA. So you have to go through and do all that stuff. You get the gist. Make sure everything's not capitalized. That's not a proper noun. English. I can. Anyways. It said don't snapshot the PDF. Make sure. Yeah. Also, always make sure. The biggest thing that will mess up whenever you're doing APA formatting is mostly this thing. Is most of the titles. They like to do that. Other than that, everything is put in the right format, the right way, the right semicolons and all that nonsense. So everything should be good. Just make sure you have that right there. But make sure you double check everything. Make sure it all lines up, that names are good. It shouldn't do everything, but that's pretty much the double checking that you need to do. Let's see here. I think it's pretty much it, except for one other thing I want to show you that's kind of related to Zotero, but kind of just like overall helpful in general when doing research. One of my colleagues actually showed me this, and it's been a beautiful thing. It's called Sci-Hub. I have it favorited there, but I'll go ahead and Google it. It's Sci-Hub, SCIHUB. Just Google it. It should pop up, like it should be this thing, and I already have it right here. It's .se. Let's say, for instance, I have something like an article that is behind a paywall. Like, let's go find an article that's behind a paywall. So, and our institution, I love it to death, but sometimes I can't find the articles that I want to get and I want to see, and they can be very, very helpful. So let's look up something. I'm sure there's going to probably be something in here that's... Let's see here. Oh, he has the PDF. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to find someone that doesn't have the PDF. Let's skip past a lot. View PDF. Oh, there's a purchase. Nah, we don't want to purchase that. Okay. So what we can do here, where's the DOI? There it is. We can just take that DOI. We can just copy and paste that. Sci-Hub. Control V. Oh, look at there. We have the article that we were looking for. So we can read through it. We can do this. And with this one, what we can do here is you can save it. And this one has, you can save the PDF. I'm not too sure about this. I think you should be able to copy and paste this. Let's see here. I wonder if I can just do my snapshot. Editorial. Yep, and just select that. I think it'll be good. Let's see if it works for us. I think it should. There it is. Okay, article is good. We just have to make sure that we uncapitalize things. That's the only annoying part. Yeah. Looks like I got everything. Article and everything. You just have to press the snapshot. Cool. So Sci-Hub is an amazing place. If you have, when I've used it, I've pretty much gotten, I would say like 95% of my articles that were behind paywalls, I just Googled them into here, and now I have them. So, yep. If you ever find yourself like, oh, that looks like a really good article that I should read or whatever, Sci-Hub is great. So just make sure to look that up and put it on your favorite tab, just in case you need it. So with that being said, I think that's pretty much it. If you, of course, have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of the professors. They know, like Dr. Thiessen, she knows how to work Zotero. She's taught me a lot of how to do Zotero. I've learned a lot on my own. So if you need to contact me about anything, feel free to contact me. If this video is being cycled over, and I'm long gone from this institution, feel free to just go Dr. T. But for the meantime, since you guys are here, feel free to contact me and I can give you guys a rundown if you guys ever have complications with Zotero. Anyways, there you go. There's your Zotero and other helpful things for you. Deuces.